album In Love with Love. You're checking out Love Between the Lines live with Baritone. I'm your host. My name is Marcus Sullivan, where today we're discussing love, lyrics, life, and lessons. We was just talking for something like this, man, elegant space, unplugged, for a brand new situation for you.
Yes, sir.
Let's dive in. We just said, man, we're gonna talk about love, lyrics, life, and lessons. Man, for those that will see this and just get to know you,
Right.
let's talk about it. How did you get to this point today?
Man, just going through the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows of life in general, but to the album, man, just experiencing a lot of my errors and a lot of errors in my ways, a lot of things, you know, being a spoken word artist, there's always a lot to write about. And so I kind of honed in on love, man. I got inspired by T.I.'s son, Damani, right?
Yeah, man.
So Damani had this joint called Henny and Crystals, which he probably doesn't even like anymore, but he was just talking about love, and I was like, man, that young boy is talking about it. Let me go ahead and get into it. And when I got into it, I realized, I was like, man, you have enough for an album. So what do you want to call it? And one day I was listening to Bobby Brown's Roni.
Okay.
And I just said to myself, man, I've been in love with love since Bobby Brown's Roni. And that's how it started, man. And so that's how we got here to the album In Love with Love.
In Love with Love, and we definitely gonna get into that. But you mentioned yourself being a spoken word artist.
Yes, sir.
First things first, rate the spoken word industry compared to comedic industry, compared to music business. Do y'all get that kind of love?
In spots we do, not mainstream as consistent as it should be.
Yeah.
However, we on the rise. There's a guy on, I think he's on America's Got Talent. I mean, he's doing his thing, he cooking. And actually, a spoken word artist actually won America's Got Talent. And so that's another good thing at there. But as far as like in the mainstream, you may hear it on a commercial, you may hear it in a song somewhere in the spot, but I feel like we on the way. Yeah. Definitely.
What makes a good spoken word artist?
Understanding the difference between, to me, by definition, I think poetry and a poet and a spoken word artist are two different things, because poetry is the ability to be able to write, but spoken word is the art form of poetry, and it allows you to articulate a certain kind of way. There's a rhythm and not that it's a rhythm and a purpose, right? Not that the people that are writing don't have a purpose, but that spoken word piece is very instrumental in how you deliver a thing. It's almost like you're singing, but you're just saying words, or like you're rapping, but you're saying words, and we don't submit to the beat. We in the pockets of the beat when we're doing it. Like on this album, it being a live album, I'm in the pocket of all of the tracks.
We're gonna get into those tracks. Last thing I wanted to ask you about being a spoken word versus a poet. Would you say a poet can be a spoken word artist, or a spoken word person can be a poet, or can you be both?
A poet is a spoken word. A poet is a poet, right?
Okay.
But the spoken word is the delivery art form of the thing, right? So you have some poets that just write books, and when they read their books, they read it, and they're reading their poetry from their book. But then you have some people who get up and deliver with that, where they're giving it to you in a way that's like, oh wow, like it resonates, right? And that's just my definition. Everybody may have one, but for me, I feel like that the skill, the ability to be able to entertain an audience with words that resonate, with words that have a flow and an intention, and can make and leave people on the edge of their seats, that's a skill. Yeah, man.
You mentioned a spot in one of the tracks. You says, "I am him."
Yeah.
When did you realize that you had a gift for this thing? You got the voice.
Right.
When did you realize this is a gift?
Man, one day I wrote this rap, man. I was a studio gangster. So I wrote this rap, and it was called F Around to Get Robbed. And my mom found it. And mind you, I'm a kid. I never got in trouble. Elementary, middle school, high school, no write-ups. None of that.
Okay.
None of it. I know you can't say the same. You seem like you're probably out there. But never really got in trouble. And so my mom found the rap. And so I get home from track practice. I used to run track. I know it don't look like it. But I go, and my mom is crying at the door. She was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Oh, man, she done found some cussing."
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was cussed." She said, "Well, no, like, what are you talking about robbing people?" Because it was like very detailed. I still remember to this day. We not gonna say we gonna do that for another time.
Yeah.
But found that, and she was like, she understood it because of the cadence I had. I used to listen to a lot of Bone Thugs and Harmony, so I was heavily influenced by that. But I wasn't living any of it.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew if she could understand that, then I got something.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Before we get to this album, your first time on that stage.
Yeah.
Lights out. People snapping. People staring.
Right.
Take me through that experience.
Man, so I'm gonna take you through that, pause. But seeing the poets that came before me and like really looking at those examples, right? So I was at the Poetry Lounge, and it was October 2006, man, and go to the Poetry Lounge, and I see these poets up there, and I'm like, oh man, I don't sound anything like that. So I came up there with my flavor, man, and did my thing. My voice really helped the poetry, so even if it wasn't good, but his voice is deep.
Yeah.
And so that whole process was beautiful because I was able to hear versions of myself through other poets, and I was like, oh, that's how it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, I should write, like, okay, that's a thing. And so I wasn't like copying them, but I was in that environment that sort of exposed me to opportunities to hear other artists in their art form, and it just made everything make sense to me. But man, my heart was beating. You know what I'm saying? Like, what did boy say? Palms are sweaty.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all of those things, man.
You say big boy sweat.
Listen, big boy sweat.
Yeah.
Got up there, man, and did my thing, and it was crazy. I got a great response.
Yeah.
And then I began to perfect it even more and more. And so
Would you say you got bitten by the bug to do it?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I heard, man, I went to this conference, the opening day of the conference, because I was always writing, but I really wasn't talking about nothing. And Seven, the poet, gets up, and he performs this piece called "She Was So Beautiful," and 3,500 people stand to their feet, standing ovation. I'm walking through the lobby. I'm going home now because I was like, I don't sound like that.
Yeah.
I'm going home now, and I'm like, I gotta go. Passed by me. He said, and this time I'm just building this baritone brand, but I ain't met him. He said, "You got it like that baritone?" I just smiled, but in my head I was like, nope. Sure don't. Went home, started to perfect my craft.
Yeah.
Got with it, and yeah, man, been cooking ever since.
You said 2006, which makes,
Yeah.
at the time we're sitting here, 20 years.
Yeah, man.
2 decades in.
Yeah, man.
New album.
Yes, sir.
What's the name of it?
In Love with Love.
All right, let's get into
Let's
it,
go.
man. Like I said, you said that bar, I am him. I don't know if you can spit that line right off the top. And you gave the story behind it. And as you're listening to it, man, it is a live, intimate set that just draws you in. What made you want to do a live album versus just a studio performance?
Right. So I did a studio performance, man. And I decided to take a page from Motown's book, and I said, I'm gonna have some people come through. So I had lovers of poetry, I had poets, I had producers, and people who would tell me the absolute truth in a room, controlled environment. I let them listen to the album. And you remember on the Temptations movie when they said, would you rather have the album? I mean, would you rather have the album or the sandwich?
Or the sandwich.
Everybody wanted the sandwich.
Yeah.
And so I drove away feeling like, man, what should I do? Man, I need to do another album. I need to record something different. And then I thought to myself, and self said, I said, you know what? Poets, we perform in front of a live audience all the time.
All the time.
Why not do a live album? So I called my producer, Davion Botts. I got with him. I said, hey man, I need to do a live album. We're gonna scratch this. We're not gonna put this out to the public because the people not feeling it.
Yeah.
Let's do a live album. And I started that process. Man.
Yeah. 38 minutes.
Yeah, man.
38 hot minutes in this thing.
Yes, sir.
A very easy listen. But bro, one of those songs, or one of those tracks,
Yes.
is a bunch of songs.
Yes, sir.
What's your love for music like that? R&B like that? Because you went in from Shaka Khan to New Edition.
Yeah, man. So my mom loves music, and music is always that's our common bond. Like me and her, we love music. Music just excites me, and I get inspired to write pieces listening to a song. So one line from a song can cause me to write a whole piece, and so everybody has their thing that draws them. And music is mine. I use music. I believe there's 84 song references throughout the whole album.
84.
Yes. I went through and I counted. And I was just like, wow, man, you really love music. That's why the poem is called Like Music, because it's one of those ones where I was just like, if you ever deny me as a poet, if you think, man, that dude don't know what he's talking about, go and listen to that one.
Yeah.
That one will let you know the type of time I'm on. So yeah.
I think it was even in that one. It could have been another one.
Yeah.
You had a bar about Kevin Hart in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that bar?
I said,
hard.
and I said they laugh in my pain because it was seriously funny.
Yeah.
And I said, it's a bar. It's in the first piece called Pronouncement. So basically, I'm saying they laugh in my pain because it was seriously funny. I just monetized my misery and turned my mess into money, because that's what Kevin Hart did. But all of those stand up, laugh in my pain, seriously funny, and all other stand-ups. And so I use that, as a point of reference.
You're talking about love all the way through this thing.
Yes, sir.
You were talking about a woman. Let's go there. Bro, as you go through life,
right,
there's ups and downs, especially in relationships.
Yes, sir.
Do you draw from what I'm going through, or is it theatrical? And what is some of the stuff that you were saying in that? Because I was like, okay, I got to write some of this down because I got to tell my wife some of these bars in here, right?
Right.
But where'd you get some of this stuff? If you want to talk about that song, that track.
Which one?
The one you was talking about the woman in.
The one, good or bad?
You were talking good.
Okay, so that piece was inspired by a relationship that I was in at the time, right? And so for me, being in love with love produced that poem, because that wasn't the reality. That's why you're talking about Beautiful Waste of Ink. And Beautiful Waste of Ink, I wrote the story about. I was like, yeah, she is this and she is that. That's what I wanted to believe.
She could get on your last nerve.
Yeah. So I drew inspiration from what I desired. That wasn't what I was experiencing.
Okay.
That's what I desired to experience. And so, I realized that that's why the title of the album is In Love with Love. Because I was in love with the idea, not the individual. Yeah. So my idea of her produced that. Yeah. And so it was about as real as, that's why I call it a beautiful waste of ink, because it,
In Love with Love. We're talking about love. Take me through your regular day. We'll get back to the album. How much of your day do you turn around and go, that's a line, right? When I'm taking out the trash, that's a line, right? I'm trying to feel how you draw into your creativity. Man, take me through a day of yours.
So it could be anything from a conversation that I have with someone or music, because my Spotify stays on, so I keep my spot. I have 50 playlists. So it could be anything. Yeah. So most of the time it's music. 90% of the time it's music. 10% of the time it's maybe something somebody said to me. Okay. I'm like, oh, that's good. Yeah. I remember asking my girl, I was like, man, what's the line dancing? I was asking her about a line, and she was like, I don't know, they go left, right, and back it up. Yeah. And I was like, Okay. I said, my pen line dances on blank pages. I go left when I write and I can back it up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm blown away at how your brain works.
Yes.
But Baritone, when do you turn it off?
I can't. It's just, it turns on. I'm always conscious of who I am. So there's no turning it off as much as I get activated and inspired. And so I keep a note in my notes in my phone. I have pieces that, I have about 7 pieces now that I haven't even got memorized just because I've been really locked into this album, which is my baby right now. I'm in love with the album.
Yeah,
You know?
in love to love. Memorization.
Yes.
Let's go there. Going to do a piece, is it the same prep as a singer going back to go do some old stuff? Meaning, what happens if you get up and you're thrown off by a phone ringing in the crowd? When you're thrown off by somebody just got up or even a heckler, right? Memorization. What's your process in staying in flow?
I mean, for me, it's more about understanding the piece and knowing what you're saying. So, for example, I say the poem a lot, repeatedly. The only way I know I have a poem memorized is if I can say it really fast. So everything that you're hearing when I'm performing, in my brain, my subconscious is saying the words in a regular tone. So I'm delivering it like this, but the words are coming to me because I've repeated it so much, and that repetition is going through my brain, and I'm saying, okay, that's the next line. Okay, that's the next line. And on the off chance I mess up, I understand the story because it's mine. No one knows you messed up unless you show them. So in one of the pieces, I mess up. But nobody ever knows. At the end of pronouncement, that bar is totally another way when I perform it. But I couldn't. And then in another piece, I did the same thing. But because I'm so familiar with it, it's mine, nobody can take that away from me. You know?
Is it because you put up a lot of shots at doing it? Because it has got to be a time where you got up, like you're referencing Eminem, and you drew a blank.
Yes.
What do you do?
Keep going. Because I'm not there they're there to be entertained. They didn't pay for this to hear me mess up, right? That's not what they're there for. Now,
this is the polished version of you.
Right.
I'm talking about 2006.
Oh, 2006?
And you get up there and you bomb, as a comedian would say.
Right. 2008.
Yeah.
I got up and I spit. And I was trying to show out for the audience. Because that's back when I was, talking. And I had one of my classmates there. I'm about to go in. I'm about to did it. And I pulled an audible and I did a poem that I wasn't familiar with yet.
Okay.
And I tried to perform there because I'm about to show them. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there, baritone.
Yeah.
Dude, go out there and absolutely forget the poem. It's so quiet that I could hear traffic outside. Cars are passing by. And I forget the whole poem. I just exit the stage, and I go. One of the big homies at the time was a guy named Bishop Ragtime, and he was like, "Hey man, it looks like you having a good time up there. However, I don't think that's you. You need to find your voice and do your poetry and not try to please this audience." So and that's what I did because the poetry was good, but it wasn't authentically me. I was doing it for the oohs and the ahs. Yeah.
Speaking of the oohs and ahs, when the buckets are going in, when the rim is huge, and every bar, right? Do you put some more?
Oh yeah, it's this because I feel they on the poetry sing we say the energy that you give is the energy that you receive. So when I'm getting that energy back, it's a beautiful thing. And I'm tapped in, and so God is at the forefront of my mind, and I'm delivering this piece, and I'm like, okay, let's go, let's cook. And so it's definitely, I definitely draw off inspiration. You know, like if the audience is into it, I'm into it regardless. But if you give me that energy, it's a whole another beast. Yeah, man.
In love with love.
Yes, sir.
Punchlines.
Yeah.
Take me through it.
So, get in this relationship, and I'm in it for all the wrong reasons. I done completely forgot about God in it. I'm completely just like, I'm into her. I wake up every morning, like thinking about her, sending her text me. I ain't talked to God, none. And it got to a point where the relationship was just going downhill. And I wrote the poem in future tense, but I was currently in the situation, and I did not want to write about this. But God was just like, write about it. And then one day I called my boy BJ O'Neill, and I was like, man, I'm mad at God. He said, tell him. And I was like, God, man, he reminded me of everything that I did.
Yeah.
And I had
Is
to
this
pull
the
up.
pissed off because I'm pissed?
Yeah, I was. And so when I got to that point where I said, I asked God why she left. He said, so I can get your mind right. After all, your mind right. I pulled over, so I had to write all of those lines because it was coming to me in real time. As soon as I said, God, I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
The response was what you hear on that second half of it. That was a legit back and forth. He's a way better poet than I could ever be.
Yeah.
And so like letting God pour into me that way and writing those lines, it was convicting. I was not going to share this.
Okay.
My pastor, Yolanda Carroll, was like, so when you gonna share it? I was like, never. I just wrote this for me. And she was like, so we just writing poems and keeping them to ourselves? So I decided to share it. And that's how it ended up getting to the public. I was never going to share this because when I wrote it, I wasn't over it.
Yeah.
I was not over it. I did not want to share.
Yeah.
I was not interested in hearing nothing about. I didn't even want to relive it, but it was calling me like Pookie Pennies. It was calling me, man.
How much of what you do is for the fame or the success of it? Getting to the bag, because as the snaps get louder, the lights get brighter, the stage gets bigger. Now here comes the sponsorship deals, right? How much of it is the pressure of, I gotta get out an album. It's gotta be this, it's gotta be that. No, I can't talk about this. I can't be vulnerable. How much of it is for, because I'm mad at God and it's coming and I just gotta write this and this is not even for the world. But how much of it is, this one gonna get them?
Right. I feel like God hasn't called us to be famous. He calls us to be like faithful. So if I'm faithful over what I'm doing, he's going to provide a way, because God provides some plant, some water, and God provides the increase. So if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do in due time, I'll reap a harvest if I don't faint. Galatians 6:9 talks about
Look
that.
at you.
You know?
Go ahead.
And so for me, it's more about being faithful to the skill and allowing God's will to take place. So that way, whatever I'm doing, he'll give me that, because I would rather it be from him than it be from man, because when God give it to you, it's a gift. Anybody else give it to you, they can take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely see the faith in you. But when it comes to this industry, man, even us sitting here, amazing set,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And the marketing behind it.
Right.
We have to be able to compete with what the world is doing. What's making this project different for you from the way you've rolled out other things?
It's time.
Yeah.
It's time, man. Being inspired by Toby Nwigwe, AJ McQueen, all artists that are from here, and seeing them do their thing, is like, man, okay.
Yeah.
So like, you need to tap in. It just resonated with me. It's like the story of the chicken and the eagle, man. The chicken, the eagle was with the chickens until he saw an eagle. He was like, man, what is that? That is majestic, man. Well, like, what is that? And so feeling activated by my peers and inspired, not as impressed, but more inspired, and not wanting to be like them, but understanding that if I got that in me, I need to get it out of me, because the world needs to hear what I have to say, and because it's going to bless somebody.
What about the competition in it?
I'm my own competition. That faces me. I say it in the poem.
No.
You mean competition as in?
In this industry,
the competition.
I am him.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe that I can be who I am for me, and how I define him and the space that I'm in has nothing to do really with nobody else being called. You can consider yourself whatever you want to, but I say for me, I'm him.
Yeah.
And so that means I take ownership of everything that I'm doing. I understand the process. I understand where I'm going, and my competition. Like I mentioned to you, I guess you can say AJ and Toby may be competition, but I look at that as inspiration, not comparison, not any of those things.
Yeah.
And so I don't look at them as much as they're in that sphere of like rhythm and rhyme.
Yeah.
But I don't consider them like, oh, okay, I'm, I wanna, oh no, they ain't this or they ain't that. I celebrate you.
Yeah. Speaking of H-Town, those are H-Town artists. There's a part on the album, you said 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said I was teared up and stressed out, know what I'm talking about. 3 a.m, tried to pray, couldn't get a word out.
Yeah.
My life SUC'd. I was all screwed up.
Yeah. Do you try to put some homage into being from the age of your home roots in every project somewhere?
I do it as it comes to me, man. I promise you. The way that I hear a thing is almost like it's like a download, right? You know, like one of my pieces I said downloaded from my cerebrum like a CD-ROM.
Yeah, man.
And so like for me, it's the download. Whatever I get, I'm going to say. My influences, the music is going to come to me naturally. I don't even have to force it.
Yeah.
It's authentic to me, and that's why I don't have one particular realm that I operate in. This album is called In Love with Love.
Yeah.
My next album is going to be whatever space I'm in at that time to be able to articulate what that is at that time. So I don't have any particular how much that I pay, but as long as it's authentic to me, I'm gonna produce good fruit from it.
And the spoken word community, do they ride together? Because you know, like you can look at some hip hop cities and they go, man, if we could just get together.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's in any family. There's family, I'm sure that you know, that in your family, everybody don't get along all the time, right?
That's good.
We can look at that in the government with Republicans and Democrats.
Yeah, man.
And the end goal is poetry.
Yeah.
So the community within our sphere, within our circle of influence, for example, Dame Films, the guy that's shooting this now.
Yeah.
Great poet, right? That's part of my community, right? Okay. But then I don't know every single artist, right?
Right.
And everybody may not get along in every space, but I believe that within my sphere, within the company that I keep, definitely, the community is strong.
You feel like you are raising the bar with a rollout like this?
With the intention of how I'm doing it, yes. Yeah. I would say because you never know what you're doing can inspire someone to want to go ahead and, okay, man, let me go ahead and push this out.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I feel like for me, that's one of my callings, is to encourage, inspire, enlighten, and uplift.
Yeah.
And so through that, I make sure that I'm an example so people can look at it. Okay, what do I need to do this? Hey, let me call you and ask you a question. How do you get your stuff copywritten? How do you, like go through DistroKid and put your stuff in and upload that? So yes, definitely.
Yeah. 38 minutes.
Yes, sir.
84 references.
Yes, sir.
In Love with Love.
Yes, sir.
Last chance, man. Tell somebody why they need to go get this project.
Man, if you love music, if you love poetry, if you love live entertainment, this album is for you. You can hear the audience response to it. If you like that raw feel, because it's a very uncut album. If you listen to it, there's some pauses and some stops in between. That's because I was lapelled up and I was into it. I think at one time I hit my chest. And so it's one of those things where, that you definitely should go get it because it's one of those. And, support your boy. Get some, get some spoken word in your life, man. It's I feel like poetry is one of those things where it's not rap and it's not singing.
Yeah.
And it's like married. It's like they're married to each other. Yeah. And then from that, you get the spoken word. And so it's a great listen. It's a smooth listen. If you got you a nice little car ride, man, ride out. 38 minutes will change your life forever. Yeah.
You got the voice.
Yeah.
You a sex symbol?
Nah, man, I'm working on it. I got a keg right now, trying to get the 6-pack going, working on it. I just had some wings earlier. So
man.
But yeah, either way, sex symbol, nah. I feel like I represent the voiceless through my pieces because I've had some people who come to me and say, man, I felt exactly like this when I went through that breakup, or I feel exactly like this for my girl.
Yeah. Love it. Project coming out.
Yes, sir. On all streaming platforms, In Love with Love, man.
Yeah.
It's on Spotify. It's you can find it everywhere, man. Yeah. And so definitely.
I look forward to seeing you live on tour. Maybe I can bring you out. I just got to drop my
you gotta get in there with it, man.
Baritone.
My dog.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Between the Lines live with Baritone.
Man, Marcus, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you holding court with me, bro.
Yep.
Always an honor.
Solid.